Hello everyone, it's me, Miley, and sorry if you hear anything in the background, just don't worry about the shows in the background, playing in the background. So I have two bookshelves technically now, a bookshelf that used to be my movie shelf, and the movies are all next to them now. I'll show you that a little bit later. And then we have my bookshelf that's always been here. So, well, not always my whole life, but for a while. So this might be a part 2 video, we'll see, but yeah, let's just get started. Let's explore a river, the world beneath your feet, Africa's animal giant, raccoons, baby bears and how they grow, animals in summer, our amazing animal friends, and saving our animal friends, all by Susan McGrath. The Jesus Storybook Bible by Sally Lloyd-Jones, illustrated by Jago. The Flying Flea, Callie and Me by Carol Wallace and Bill Wallace. Clarence the TV Dog by Patricia Lumber. Doggone by Cynthia Chapman Willis. Santa Paws Come Home by Nicholas Edwards. Julie of the Woods by Jean Craig and George. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. Moby Dick by Herman Melville. I'm sure I'm going to get every single name pronounced wrong. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I can't say these names. The Night Before Christmas and Other Holiday Tales by Clement C. Moore. The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. Stuart Little by E.B. White. And it's just out and being borrowed is Charlotte's Web, which is being borrowed right now. I'll get it back eventually. Heidi by Joanna Spira. Anne of Green Gables. And Anne of Enola, both by Ellen Montgomery. The Call of the Wild by Jack London. Mr. Popper's Penguins by Richard and Florence Atwater. Illustrations by Robert Lawson. Sketchbook. 70 sheets sketchbook, and the pictures will be by me when I actually put some pictures in it. It's All About Me, personality quizzes for you and your friends by Karen Phillips. The Incredibly Outrageous Activity Book, games, stickers, puzzles, and more silly symbols by... You'll never know because it doesn't say. The Complete Pun Book by Art Monger. Belly Laughs from Bikini Bottom by Holly Conwit. Knock Knock Jokes by Kids by Rob Elliott. 101 Holiday Jokes by Rebecca McGruder. Webster's Large Print Dictionary by Kappa Books. Webster's New World Theories by Charlton Lyard. The Pocket Dictionary of Signing by Rod R. Butterworth and Mickey Folden. Time Benders Battle Before Time by Jim Denny. Visitors Brain Stealers by Rodman Philbrick and Lynn Harnett. My Teacher is an Alien by Bruce Conville. No, I Don't Want to Join a Book Club, and Diary of a 60th Year by Virginia Ironside. Just Ask Diary of a Teenage Girl by Melody Carlson. The Wimpy Kid Movie Diary and The Wimpy Kid Do-It-Yourself Book, both by Jeff Kinney. Sammy's Story by David Kumaran. The Lord's Prayer, pictured by Ingrid and Edgar Parandubulia. It keeps messing up. So did I say this one? The Lord's Prayer, pictured by Ingrid and Edgar Parandubulia. Neon Aliens Ate My Homework and Other Poems by Nick Cannon. Rings of Silver, compiled by Joe Petty. We Sing for Christmas by Pamela Con Burrell and Susan Hagden Nip. I also have this little record player that plays A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes from Cinderella. And this little mask that I always keep on my bookshelf for some reason that makes you look like a little kitty cat. Ella Enchanted and The Wish, both by Gail Carson Levine. The Cabinet of Earths by Ann Ness. The Land of Far Beyond by Enid Burton. The Hardy Boys Book 11, While the Clock Ticked by Franklin W. Dixon. Jack Russell Dog Detective, The Kidnapped Creature by Daryl and Sally Ogders. Snoop Troop, It Came From Beneath the Playground by Kirk Screws. Ghost Horse Mystery by DJ Emerson and Toli Tolorenko. The Boxcar Children, The Ice Cream Mystery, created by Gertrude Callinger Chandelier Warren. Mushy, Moldy, Fizzy, Fuzzy, Swelling, Growing Science by Christine Patterson, illustration is by Michael Morrow, cover by Andrew Crabtree. Ashley Tisdale, Life is Sweet, an unauthorized biography by Grace Norwich, it still has a tag on it. I Have a Dream, the story of Martin Luther King by Margaret Davidson. Titanic, Book 1, Unsinkable by Gordon Corman. After the Dancing Days by Margaret I. Rakowska. Tree of Freedom by Rebecca Claudia. When Moms Attack, from the TV series, from the hit TV series on Disney Channel, adapted by Kim Archibald, based on the series created by Terry Minzai. Part 1 is based on the trial play written by Nina G. Bargwell and Jeremy J. Bargwell. Part 2 is based on a trial play written by Nina G. Bargwell and Jeremy J. Bargwell. Beauty and the Beast, adapted by Elizabeth Rudnick, screenplay by Evan Spalak and Stephen Crosby and Bill Condon. I also have Beauty and the Beast Lost in a Book by Jennifer Donnelly, which is being borrowed currently at the moment, but I probably will get it back really eventually. Last of the Breed by Louis Lamar. Chicken Hawk by Robert Mason. Sorry, I keep trying to do it without looking at the cover and seeing the name. Really sorry. Well, I was looking at it, but then I just forgot. Replay by Sharon Sheep. Utterly Me, Clarence, and I Will Never Not Ever Eat a Tomato, both by Lauren Child. The Westing Game by Ellen Rask. How to Eat Fried Worms by Thomas Rockwell. Backyard Angel by Judy Delton. The Kids in Mrs. Coleman's Class, Second Grade Baby, Book 4 by Anne M. Margaret. A Taste of Blackberries by Doris Buncham Smith. Strawberry Hill by Marianne Haberman. Since I'm already on the second shelf, I have been since I said Enchanted earlier, and still have been almost done with this shelf. I already completed the bottom shelf when I told you about the stuff I had on my shelf, but now I'm going to do it up here because I just decided I think it's a lot more prettier and better to do up from this area, so yeah, let's just do it. 8 Keys by Suzanne Loof. Freckled in 14 by Valia. The Chocolate Touch by Patrick Skeen Castling. Pictures by Margaret Apple. Frindle by Andrew Kleeman. Hope Was Here by Joan Buehler. The Candy Splash by Jacqueline Davies. School Days Report to the Principal's Office by Jerry Spinelli. This is heavy. 100,000 Baby Names by Bruce Lanscott. Questions and Answers About Space, and we'll never know who wrote this because it does not say who. Try This, Freaky Physics Experiments for the Mad Scientist in You. Try This, Bizarre Biology Experiments for the Mad Scientist in You. And Try This, Green and Growth Experiments for the Mad Scientist in You. All by Karen Romeo Young. Photographs by Matthew Rockula. Walt Disney's Simple Science by Bat Tam Book. Book of How Things Work by Amy Shields. Funny Fill-In Animal Adventure and Funny Fill-In Space Adventure. Wait, what? Okay. Both by National Geographic Society, Washington, D.C. Science Almanac and Fun and Games Almanac by National Geographic Kids, I guess. Quiz Whiz, Quiz Pack 2, and Quiz Whiz, Quiz Pack 3. I might have number 1 somewhere, and these two do not say who they're by, so we'll never know. I'm very, very sorry. Weird But True, Fact Pack 5. Weird But True, Fact Pack 6. Weird But True, Fact Pack 8. Weird But True, Fact Pack 9. Weird But True, Fact Pack 10. Weird But True, Fact Pack 11. Weird But True, Fact Pack 12. Weird But True, Fact Pack 13. Weird But True, Fact Pack 14. Weird But True, Fact Pack 15. Weird But True, Fact Pack 15 again. And Weird But True, Ye Old Weird But True Fact Pack, all by National Geographic Kids. Puppy Playtime by National Geographic Little Kids. Let's go on to my top shelf. The Crippled Lamb by Max Lucado with Jenna, Andrea, and Sarah Lucado. Tiki Tiki Timbo, retold by Arlene Mosel, illustrated by Blair Lint. Sweet and Spooky Halloween by Melissa Lunguglu, illustrated by Elisa Mikruna. My Favorite Foodles by Scott Forsma. We Live in Communities by Harcourt School Publishers. Know It All Sharks written by Irene Trimble, illustrated by Mike Mayday. Princess Smarty Pants by Babette Cole. Thumbelina, the World's Smallest Horse by Christine L. Dimpkin. Photographs by Austin Havgrame and Goose Creek Farms. Why Do Dogs Have Wet Noses by Stanley Coren. Fun facts about the Bible you never knew by Robin Martins. I got this at a store that had reused books. We call it a thrift store, like older books. So it has a name already written in it that's from somebody else's. So trivia, fun, but here's the author's name, by Elizabeth Elias Kaufman. The Book of Lists by David Waller-Kashkai, Irene Wallace, and Amy Wallace. Holy Bible by God. A Story of God and All of Us, a Young Reader's Edition by Downey Bennett. A Child's First Bible by Kenneth N. Taylor. The Bible in Pictures for Toddlers by Ella K. Lineville, forward by Kenneth N. Taylor. Jesus Wants All of Me, and a smaller version of Jesus Wants All of Me, adapted and illustrated by Phil A. Smouth. Children's Book of Praise, Children's Bible Stories Old Testament, Children's Bible Stories New Testament, and Children's Devotional. And these are all verses adapted from the Authorized King James Version of the Holy Bible. His Little Princess, Treasured Letters from Your King by Sherry Rose Shepherd. Brave Girls, Beautiful You, a 90-day devotional for girls like you by Jennifer Geralds. Jesus Loves Me Devotional by, that's my name written in there, sorry, by Angela Abraham and Ken Abraham, illustrations by Terry Anderson and Kathleen Duna. Our Daily Bread for Kids, Meaningful Moments with God by Crystal Bowman and Terry McKinney. What Jesus Said by H.M.S. Richards. What's for Lunch? And Jericho's Tumbling Walls. It has a sticker on it from when I was too young to remember when I got this. Written both by Joan E. Curran, illustrated both by Steve Edwards, I believe. An Alice in Storyland story. An Alice in Bibleland storybook, The Story of Jonah, written by Alice Joyce Davidson, illustrated by Victoria Marshall. The Worst Case Scenario Survival Handbook, Weird Junior Edition by David Borigel and Justin Hamburg, illustrated by Chuck Gansel. Sorry, I'm having some beef jerky now. How to Master the Sulu Universe, Homework, Teachers, Test Bullies, and Other Ways to Survive the Classroom by Brooks Whitney. 17 Trauma Mama, Life's Most Embarrassing Moments and How to Deal by Megan Stein. I had to move the phone back over here because it kept falling every time I tried grabbing one out from over there because that's where I was grabbing them out from, so I have to do it over here now, sorry. Louis Pasteur by Ray Baines, illustrated by Dick Samolsky. Civil Rights in America by Rick Beard. The Double Life of Pocahontas by Gene Fritz. Helen Keller's Teacher by Mickey Davids. They Led the Way, 14 American Women, original title Women Themselves by Joanna Johnson. Two of a Kind Diaries, Calling All Boys by Judy Cashing, from the series created by Robert Gifford and Howard Elder. Full House Sisters, Substitute Teacher by Diana G. Gallagher. Ivy Plus Bean and the Ghost That Had to Go by Annie Barrows and Sophie Blackall. Required Reading for All Teenagers, or at least one who's very important to me, by Douglas Pack. And the Everything Bedtime Story Mini Book, 24 Favorite Family Classics to Make Bedtime Fun by Mark Bender. And in my part 2 video, I will be showing you my other bookshelf. Oh yeah, one second though. At the beginning, I said that I would show you how my movie shelf became my bookshelf. Over here's movies that I'm getting rid of and stuff. Over here is the book to movie stuff. Over here's all my movies. And here's the books that I